My name's Alicia. I did my film analysis on The Crimson Tide, and I guess the biggest issue, in my opinion, with the movie was Denzel's decision morally right or wrong. He had to choose between pretty much guaranteed war or getting shunned by his captain on the ship. I'm going to show you a clip I found on YouTube that is pretty cool. It shows exactly what he went through.
Captain, I cannot concur.
Repeat my command.
Sir, we don't know what this message means. Our target package could have changed.
You repeat this order, or I'll find somebody who will.
Hell no, you won't, sir.
You're relieved of your position. Cobb, remove Mr. Hunter from the control room. Get Lieutenant Zimmerman here right now.
No, sir, I do not concur, and I do not recognize your authority to relieve me under command under Navy regulations.
Cobb, arrest this man and get him out of here!
Under operating procedures governing the release of nuclear weapons, we cannot launch our missiles unless both you and I agree.
Cobb,
now,
what are you waiting for?
Sir, this is expressly why your command must be repeated. It requires my assent. I do not give it, and furthermore, you continue upon this course and insist upon this launch without confirming this message first. I will be
Chief of the boat,
back by the rules of precedence,
Captain, commanding officer of the USS Alabama.
regulations.
I order you to place the XO under arrest under charge of
Navy regulations.
I say again, I order you to place the XO under arrest under charge of mutiny. Cobb!
Captain, please, the XO is right. We can't launch unless he concurs.
To the USS Alabama. Rebel-controlled missiles being fueled. Launch codes compromised. Dissonance. Threatened launch at continental United States. Set DEFCON 2. Immediately launch 10 Trident missile sorties. They're fueling their missiles! We don't have time to fuck around!
Sir, I think you need time to think this over.
I don't have to think this over!
Captain, I relieve you of your command of this ship. Cobb, escort the captain to his stateroom. I'm assuming command.
You're not assuming anything.
Chief of the boat, Captain Ramsey's under arrest. Lock him in his stateroom.
So even though he went through that, he still did, in my opinion, what was morally right, even though he had to face the consequences of his captain getting upset, and as some of you saw who watched the video, the entire ship, most of them turning against him. But the other option was pretty much guaranteed war. So in my opinion, I think he did what was morally responsible. Like he said in the film, there's always backup. Someone else would have been able to enter the command code to protect the United States if their submarine wasn't able to. So I think he did do what was morally right. In the end, his decision would have saved the most people. If the missile really did needed to be launched, someone else would have done it. If the captain was pretty much guaranteeing war by choosing to shoot the missile off without knowing what the second message was, because like the guy said in the beginning of the movie, one hair hurt on a Russian's head, any of the Russians' heads, he would kill. I think he said like 900,000 something people in the United States or Japan, and so he would have launched those missiles without having any clue whether or not it was supposed to happen. So that would have been a nuclear war everywhere, and it didn't need to be. So yeah, again, I think Denzel's decision was morally correct, even though he had to put up with the consequences. He did end up getting in trouble at work at the end, etc., but he still made, in my opinion, the right decision.